rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, now McCarthy. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Now the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Vikings 7, Packers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive. Hoskins. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Usually in this spot, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll complete this one to Watson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Off the bootleg. Hoskins. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd and 4. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second. going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Jones breaking from the contact. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Willis. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Open man, it's Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Throwing is McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Hoskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing again, McCarthy. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To the air with McCarthy, eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Off play action. Hoskins. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Completes this to Addison out left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
That's caught down the field by Palmer. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Packers.
Trey Palmer.
71 yards.
And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring...
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer.
To throw, here's Willis.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
And this is how you answer a touchdown at the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 46 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw. McCarthy finding room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And they'll run again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hoskins. Throwing left side, it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 7 from the 20. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Bronco switch. Let's go.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hoskins. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Down the left sideline. Here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. On second down, they'll run it here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps.